And here it is, the Howling Moon Comet aluminium hardshell rooftop tent. In this video, we're going to go over how to set the tent up, some of the specifications of the materials used in the fabrics and on the mattress, some of the features of the tent, and how the tent will mount to your vehicle. Let's dive straight into how it mounts. So as with most of the rooftop tents on the market, the Comet has aluminium rails underneath, which you can slide the fixing blocks into and bolt down to a roof rack or roof bars. Obviously we would advise more brackets than you would necessarily use on a soft shell tent, just because of the volume of the tent on the roof rack or roof bars. But other than that, it's a very universal and generic mounting system. Bolts slide into the aluminium rails, you can bolt to the roof rack, through roof bars, or you can clamp round. I must admit we would advise a solid fixing rather than a clamping method, but it might get you out of trouble in a pinch. The dimensions of the tent are here, so you'll see if they are suitable for your vehicle. And when I say suitable, size, width, length, and also the weight of the tent, which is 68 kilograms. So check your dynamic load rating of your vehicle to make sure the tent is suitable. Let's get straight into opening up the tent and how that goes up when you're at camp. So the first thing to do is to open the clips on the back. Now it has the 2 D-rings, which we will simply unhook, and there's 2 release clips on the back side of the tent. From there, you can just pop the tent up, nice and simply, and after a certain point, you will have 2 struts which will assist the opening. I'm not magic, and it's not, a faked video. From there, we've got the hoop that will come out, but just first, and you would think I'd know this by now, you've got the elastic to undo, which holds all the canvas together. So I'm just going to hook that out of the way without falling off the ladder. That's now out of the way. And we've got the hoop to pull out. So this hoop gives you more structure in the tent, and it gives you a nice bit of volume as well. We're then going to pop inside the tent and pop a couple of pieces that are needed in there. So I'm going to start with the bar. It's going to give the structure and also the retaining hoop as well. So the retaining hoop you just need to push up into place. Knock off with some thumb screws. And then the retaining bar goes down the middle. That just gives some structure to the tent and obviously stops it from closing in inclement weather. We've got the windows and the window rods, so I'll just grab those 2 now. So we've got the rods come out. As with the majority of Howling Moon tents, these window rods have a slot in the base, and then you hook the fly sheet eyelet through there. There are 2 on each side. This one's in the back corner, somewhere there. Try not to fall out, that would be funny on video though. So that's those in place, and then you can simply zip up the window. Now with these, you don't necessarily have to have them open or closed. I've got them open just to allow packing for the air to be pushed out of the tent. But like I say, you can have them closed in more inclement weather. That's the window rods. Then you would have the other side to do, and also the back porch section. Now with the back, you've got 2 options. If you're hard standing, what I would do now, or maybe I've pre-planned if I was camping, is to unzip this part of the fly sheet. So this is just giving you extra cover when entering from the back of the vehicle. Now, as we'll show you moving on in the video, you've got a two-piece aluminium ladder that you can hook to the outside, so from the back or from the side of the tent, and that'll really depend on your wants, needs and the vehicle that you're using. For me, fortunately on the Discovery 3, you can access the tent with a rear ladder, and I wouldn't bother setting up the aluminium two-piece system. Just on this video though, we'll pretend that we're going to peg these into the ground, but I've just got a couple of little signs here that should hopefully hold this in place. Just like so, he says. It's amazing how that always works well in practice, and in reality it goes wrong. There we go. But obviously you would have just simply pegged these into place if you was on grass, or like I say on hard standing, you would have unhooked. That is as simple as it is to set up the Comet rooftop tent from Howling Moon. We're going to now pop inside the tent, show you where the USBs are, internal light and a few features inside. We'll then take a walk round of the tent, and on the next video show you how to pack it away. Let's get to it. We now have the window rods holding the fly sheet in place. So the fly sheet is a 300 gram ripstop fly sheet, which is a little bit more heavy duty than normal on the Tourer and the Stargazer version of the Howling Moon tents. You then have the windows, so it's a great big opening to allow light and ventilation through the tent. But there's a two-piece construction, sort of side window, side wall. You've got your 380 ripstop canvas and also your sort of mosquito midge netting there as well. So these just zip up, which is nice and simple. It's a large zip all the way around the outside for the full window panel. And then you can also undo the netting there to allow airflow and to see the fly sheet as well, which is nice. So you can still keep light in during the day, let some airflow through the tent, and also just be able to breathe. It avoids condensation as well. There are also mesh pockets dotted around the tent, so we've got some on the front, as it were, and also we've got the USB sockets just here, just next to the mattress in the corner. So we've got a switch, and we also have the socket there with two USB outlets, which can be wired in with the plug which is on the side of the tent. We'll show you that one shortly. From there, for added ventilation or for the stargazing feature, as you've seen in other Howling Moon tents, you've got the roof panel which will unzip. You can pull the fly sheet back to be able to see out as well, which is nice, but it's more added ventilation. We're just going to flip the camera around, show you the back wall of the tent now, and show you what's on there. So we're not plugged in, sadly, at the moment, but we do have the inbuilt LED strip there, which is quite nice, which is a little on-off switch, and that's pre-wired to the socket that's available from the outside of the tent to put your power into from an auxiliary battery. You've got more pouches on this back wall, and also a nice clear PVC pouch, which could be used to maybe put an iPad in there, watch some videos, TV, etc. So traditionally with a tent, you would have your head this side, opposite the way you would sort of come into the tent, which you can from the side or the back of the tent there. Now for me, this is a little bit too cramped for headroom. So whereas normally this is the way that I would lie, I don't know if it's right or wrong, it just seems to be the way that I've done it in the past, I would now switch and lay the other way around, just to allow this to become a bit of a TV and viewing area. So it's maybe a bit more glamping than camping. From there, we've got the mattress, which is a nice quilted 90mm foam mattress. So this is a brand new tent that I'm showing you. So we've just pulled away the plastic packaging here just to show you the nice quilted top. And it's a really nice, comfortable mattress. And I don't think that should be understated how comfortable the mattress actually is in one of these. It's very similar to the solar Howling Moon tent, which you might have seen in some of the other tents on the market as well. What we're going to do now, show you around the outside of the tent, where some of the window rods go specifically that you have to set up. There's fly sheets on the outside which you can unzip as well, just to make that quicker to set up, pack away. or if you're on hard standing so you don't have to peg out the guy ropes. And we'll also show you that socket on the outside as well. So we're now back outside of the Howling Moon Comet. I'm just going to walk you around the outside of the tent to show you the little features on the outside. First of all, as we mentioned, we've got the inlet for the power. So this is just a simple Anderson connector which you can plug into. That will be wired from an auxiliary battery or an alternative power source. We have your window rod positions. We've also got your ladder fixing positions for side entry. Another window rod position. We then have the fly sheet cover on the outside for the rear entrance. So this can be unzipped if you want to hard stand, or if you know you don't particularly need cover on this window, as it were, you don't have to have that attached. We're hard standing here. We've put the guy ropes out with some signs just holding them into place. Maybe we should have gone on grass, but there you go, that's for another day. But if I was camping here tonight, I would zip this fly sheet and you wouldn't need to peg that down. We've then got more ladder mounting points on the back, and as you can see there, the elastic which will hold everything together when packing away. And then from this side you see the two window rod positions. Here we've got the two-piece aluminium ladder which can be stored inside the tent, so you don't have to keep anything inside the car. You can keep that inside the tent when travelling. When opening it up, it's handy and you can't forget it. Along with the window rods, they can stay inside as well. A commonly asked question that we get on all roof tents is, can you store your bedding inside? Yes, you can. There's plenty of room in there for sleeping bags, pillows, duvets, whatever you take, you will be able to pop it in there. That's really mainly due to the aerodynamic shape of the aluminium body of the tent, and it gives you the gap and space inside to be able to store. So that is very handy. That is the video showing the spec and how to put up the Comet Howling Moon tent. We will be quickly posting a video on how to close it and pack it away, so please check that one out. Thank you very much for watching the video. Please like and subscribe, and definitely check out some more details on the Howling Moon Comet rooftop tent.